In 1985, Marillion played one song that changed their career forever, and it's still dividing fans today. Some say it's their masterpiece. Others think it marked the beginning of the end for a certain chapter in their story. But that's only part of what makes them one of the most enduring progressive rock acts of the past 4 decades. Today we're counting down 10 songs by Marillion that every new progressive rock listener should hear. 6 from the Steve Hogarth era and 4 from the Fish era, plus 1 bonus choice from each. And by the end, you might just have your new favourite track, or a completely new opinion about this band. So I'm starting off the script for A Jester's Tear. Now, if you really want to understand early Marillion, this is where to start. The title track of their debut album is theatrical. It's emotionally charged and really unapologetically ambitious. Lyrically, Fish draws from the same school of thought as Peter Gabriel, painting in broad poetic strokes whilst keeping the emotional core relatable. Melody Maker called it a bold opening statement that announced the band with no interest in compromise. For new fans, though, it shows how the group could merge heartfelt songwriting with extended arrangements, really without losing the thread. The second track I'm looking at is He Knows You Know from 1983. Clocking in at just under 6 minutes, it really delivers a sharp storytelling about substance abuse, an unusually direct topic for the time. The Guardian later wrote that it hit the urgency of punk whilst embracing the grandeur of prog. Now, for those coming into the genre fresh, it proves prog doesn't have to be endless solos. It can be direct, it can be memorable, and it really can still be hard-hitting. The third track is that one we'll talk about in the opening. It's that 1985 turning point, Kayleigh, and it became a hit, reaching number 2 of the UK charts and giving the band really mainstream recognition. But that success brought a split in the fanbase. Some felt it was a drift towards commercial pop. Others welcomed its concise storytelling and emotional pull. Fish himself later said, "It opened doors for us, but it also put us under a spotlight we weren't really ready for." For new listeners, though, it's that bridge between prog epic and radio-friendly songwriting. The fourth track we're looking at is Misplaced Childhood, and rather than pick the whole album, the section Bittersweet and Heart of Lothian really captures the best of the concept. These link songs showcase the band's knack of flowing transitions, dramatic crescendos and lyrical nostalgia.
A spider wanders aimlessly within the warmth of a shadow.
It's prog, but with a beating heart, and it does reward repeated listens. The bonus from the Fish era is the track Fugazi. Now, this is a darker, more complex piece that really demands your attention.
With seas on the Piccadilly line, rat race, scuttling through the damn village.
The interplay between Mark Kelly's keys and Steve Rothery's guitar work is simply outstanding, and it's a reminder that Marillion, in that Fish era, could be as musically intricate as anyone from that genre. Moving to Steve Hogarth now, we start off with Easter from 1989, and Steve's arrival really changed the dynamic entirely.
Ghost of the mist was on the field.
This track is gentle yet powerful and inspired by the Northern Irish conflict, but really filled with hope. Guitar Player magazine praised Rothery's solo here as one of the most melodic and moving of the late 20th century. Now, it's an entry point for the listeners who appreciate emotional depth without really the big need for elaborate concepts. The next track is from 1989 and it's The Space. This also comes from Season's End. This track closes the album with grandeur and reflection.
On top of the world, like a flag on a mountain.
Hogarth's vocal phrasing is markedly different from Fish. We know that it's less theatrical, but it's more fluid. And the extended instrumental break towards the end allows each band member to breathe musically without losing any of its cohesion. The Strange Engine is next from 1997, and really over 15 minutes. This is one of Marillion's longest tracks, believe it or not, but it's not long for the sake of it.
There was a boy who came into this world at the hands of a holy woman.
The piece moves from delicate acoustic passages to full-on rock dynamics, and with autobiographical lyrics from Hogarth about his family history. It's ambitious, sure. It's heartfelt, yes, and it's a reminder that long-form prog can still carry that emotional weight. Track 8 is Neverland from Marbles in 2004. Neverland is an emotional high point of the Hogarth era. The song builds patiently with swirling keyboard textures and soaring guitar lines. You'd expect that, though.
When the darkness takes me over.
Prog magazine once called it the modern epic by which Marillion's 21st century work will be judged. Okay. For a new listener, though, it's a showcase of how they've evolved whilst keeping a connection with their roots. Next is A Fantastic Place, also from Marbles in 2004. And this track it really has almost hypnotic quality to it. It's a slow build, but the payoff in Hogarth's passionate delivery and Rothery's restrained yet lyrical soloing, it's just ideal for those who prefer subtlety over the fireworks. From 2012, we have Gaza, a politically charged 17-minute track from the Sounds That Can't Be Made album.
When I was young, it all seemed like a game.
It's not easy listening, but both musically and lyrically. But it is a statement piece that shows Marillion are still willing to tackle challenging themes decades into their career. Else, while some critics argued it was heavy-handed, others saw it as one of the most fearless works. It's a tricky one for a newcomer, but give it a go. The Hogarth era bonus is Out of This World from 1995's Afraid of the Sunlight, and this is a haunting piece inspired by Donald Campbell's fatal water speed record attempt.
300 miles an hour.
Now, it's atmospheric and deeply moving, and it proves that Marillion can say just as much with restraint as with volume.
When we run and we scream.
So for those new fans of progressive rock, Marillion offer an expansive catalogue that bridges eras, moods and approaches. The Fishers bring sharp-edged drama and lyrical density, whilst the Hogarth years explore a broader emotional spectrum and more textured arrangements. These 10 tracks, plus the 2 bonuses, don't tell the whole story, but what they do is open a window into why Marillion have remained a key name in progressive rock really for over 40 years now. Now, whether you end up preferring the theatrical punch of Fish or the emotive sweep of Hogarth, you'll find that this band's music rewards your attention and offers something that few others in this genre can really match. They really can't. Now, as ever, I'd ask you to check out the description section, please, which has got more information on these tracks, as well as purchasing links for any of the albums that you don't already have in your collections. Now, I've covered lots of Marillion tracks and albums on the channel, and there is a dedicated playlist, which I will also link in the description. Now, I shot a video reviewing their latest album from a couple of years ago now, and that's the video that I want you to watch next, and I'll see you over there.